Thanks for staying with us. Members of Tamil Nadu Association for Rights comprising differently abled and caregivers held a demonstration in the city today. Their main demand was that the state issue them a national ID card meant for the disabled and provide them with medical facilities as well. They've also demanded for a raise in the monthly allowance from 1,000 to 3,000 rupees. Now, in what could be good news for a lot of us, the government has decided to lift the ban on the export of onions. Onions can now be exported subject to a minimum export price of $475 per ton. This is exactly the position that was prevailing on the 8th of September this year, immediately before the ban on the export of onions that was imposed the next day, that was the 9th of September 2011. Commerce Secretary Rahul Kullar has said that the MEP will be reviewed every fortnight and a close watch would be kept on domestic arrivals, total exports, overall domestic availability as well as domestic prices. Now, the Southern Indian Regional Council of the Institute of Cost and Works Accountant of India organized their national festival today. The Union Minister for Corporate Affairs presided as the chief guest there. NDTV Hindu posed a question on his favor on decriminalizing defamation law, and here's what he had to say.
With regard to defamation law, are you in favor of decriminalizing it?
No, yes, that is already on the way. When I was law minister, I have already drafted a law on that, and possibly that will come out.
And ahead of the Champions League T20 big matches, my colleague Natasha Doraiswamy caught up with Mandira Bedi here in Chennai City, and here's what she had to say.
We have the Champions League T20 right around the corner, and we are in Chennai speaking to Mandira Bedi. Thanks so much for talking to us. But how do you like Chennai? Visiting Chennai right now, do you think the humidity is going to play a huge role with the cricketing that we're going to be playing witness to?
I've come from Bombay, Mumbai. That's the heartland for humidity. I mean, that's the kind of weather this is the kind of weather we experience all the time. So it's. How is it going to affect the Champions League T20? I think all Indian players and a lot of the international players have played in trying conditions like this.
Not many of the stadiums have really seen the ticket sales going up a notch. Your comments on that, and what do you think will boost that?
Well, here's the thing. I think that, you know, with every tournament, it needs a little warming up. You know, even with our World Cup, you know, there was some issues with some non-India matches where, you know, the stadiums were not filling up. So.
Yes.
And then at the end, as the tournament ramped up, people said, "Hey, this is the World Cup. It's happening in India." I can talk about the Indian teams, and I can say that MSD has the Midas touch. I mean, whatever he touches turns to gold. And I think his sort of incredible purple patch, as they call it, is just going to carry forward. If you're asking me whose competition is going to be, I think it's going to be Bangalore.
You can feel the excitement. It's already starting. We're going to be playing witness to roaring stadiums and, of course, fans fighting over which teams will really win. The Champions League T20 is right around the corner. But this time around, we asked the question, is it going to be bigger than the IPL, considering the fact that it's Indian pride that we're talking about against international teams coming right here in India and participating. In Chennai, Natasha Doraiswamy for NDTV Hindu.
Well, another question is whether the Chennai Super Kings will retain their title as well. That's all we have on the news tonight. Thanks so much for being here.